Everybody, fantastic to see people here yet again, and we won't stop protesting. I just wanted to say a little bit today about the arms trade between the UK and Israel, both buying and selling weapons. For the first time pretty much in the last 6 months, we're finally seeing some discussion on mainstream media and amongst politicians about whether countries, including the US and our government, should be allowing weapons to be exported to Israel to support the genocide. And I've not followed the news very much, but I heard that Boris Johnson has said that we definitely shouldn't stop selling our weapons and exporting our weapons to Israel because they won't be able to, quote, finish the job if we stop that. So our government is completely responsible for any arms company, any weapons company, whether Israeli or UK or American, any weapons company that's based in this country that is exporting weapons. If they suspended those export licenses, which they could do and which they should do if they obey the law and their own guidance, then no more weaponry, no more components could be exported to Israel. So our task, and it's not an easy one, is to work to persuade our government, by all means I think, persuade our government to suspend export licenses. But I wanted to say a little bit about what's happening in some other parts of the country and what we need to start building here, and some people are taking some of those steps to building campaigns here. So many of you will have heard of Elbit Systems, which is the biggest private Israeli arms company and unbelievably has factories in this country. And the Hermes 450 drone, which massacred the 7 workers, including a Palestinian, and that's often not mentioned because maybe that doesn't seem to count, but that murdered the 7 workers with I forgot what it's called, the World Kitchen last week. And that Hermes 450 drone, the engine for that drone is made by Elbit Systems, and the factory is in Lichfield in this country. And there's been a campaign for a number of years against that factory, many actions. Our friend Bashir here was once arrested there and then de-arrested because he gave the police so much trouble. He was there with Kais and Kassim at a protest there. And there's a very active local campaign there. And also Palestine Action, the direct action group that again many of you will have heard of, who have focused their actions against Elbit Systems and to close down Elbit Systems factories in this country. They have taken part in numerous actions there, and only on Thursday 4 more people were arrested at that factory after closing the factory down for the whole day. There's also an Elbit factory in Leicester, and there's an active campaign there. And then just north of us in Shipley, just the other side of Bradford, there's a campaign against Teledyne, which is an American company, again based in this country, manufacturing its weapons in this country. And Teledyne has more UK export licenses to Israel than any other company in the UK over the last few years. So Bradford Friends of Palestine have been having regular protests there over the last few months. And on Tuesday, 4 activists from Palestine Action climbed onto the roof of Teledyne factory in Shipley and basically destroyed the roof of the factory in order to delay production there. 2 of those people are currently remanded in custody. because the anti-terrorist police objected to the police granting them bail. So they're currently in prison in West Yorkshire, and there's going to be a hearing on Monday. But in the meantime, Bradford Friends of Palestine are continuing the protests there. And it might be nice sometime soon for a group of us from Sheffield to go up and support those protests. So that's what's going on in some other areas, but we have our own stuff to do here, and I think in Sheffield we've been a little slow in campaigning actively against the links between the arms trades here in Sheffield. And again, people, I think, are increasingly aware that Sheffield University has greater financial links with the arms industry than any other UK university, including Cambridge and Oxford universities. So that's the complicity right here. And the Advanced Manufacturing Research Centre, which is just on the edge of Sheffield, Rotherham, has a lot of dirty secrets. It portrays itself as being very involved in green technology and in reducing the carbon footprint of aeroplanes, and Boeing is based there. But what it doesn't talk about, what it's really reluctant to talk about, is its links with the arms industry. And in fact, many arms companies are based there, including research by BAE Systems, which is research which has played a part in improving the efficiency, in inverted commas, of the F-35 fighter jets that are currently massacring people in Gaza. So we have a job to do here, and a number of people and academics from the University and College Union branch at Sheffield University, who passed a resolution to campaign against Sheffield's complicity a few months ago. They've been involved in active research to try and find out more about what's going on there. There's a lecture taking place as part of the Festival of Debate later in April. Unfortunately, well, sort of fortunately, due to the interest in that topic, there's also a student activist, Hansela from PALSOC, who will be speaking at that meeting. And because of the interest, that lecture is already booked out. So we're going to be asking the Festival of Debate if they can move the venue to a bigger venue, because I'm sure a lot of us would like to be there. And then the idea is that there will be a public meeting, probably at the beginning of May, to launch a campaign highlighting and exposing the links between Sheffield University and the genocide taking place in Gaza, and campaigning to expose what's going on here on our doorstep. So that's what I wanted to speak about, and we'll be speaking more about that over the coming weeks. One of the things that we said we'd do today was to have another protest at one of our supermarkets in relation to the sale of Israeli goods in our supermarkets. It may not feel quite the same as stopping weapons, but it's all part of our role, just as similar to what Sarah was talking about exposing any link between Israel and this country, and ensuring that as far as possible we can decrease and eliminate Sheffield's complicity, and be proud to say one day that Sheffield is once again an apartheid-free city that wants nothing to do with supporting the economy, the social fabric, the cultural fabric of the apartheid and genocidal state of Israel.